Kia ora team, welcome to DayZ Tips. This one's going to be a bit of an involved one, but this one's about gardening. Here I have a couple of greenhouses, a plot, and here in my hands I have a farming hoe. If you approach one of the greenhouses, you'll see it says dig garden plot. If you then use R2 with your farming hoe, shovel or a pickaxe will do the same job, you get this pattern appearing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 potential places to plant. There's also 9 in here, and if you do it on the ground you get 9 as well. You do that, seeing where it says choose placement, you select R2. If it is white, you can dig a garden plot away. You will have said place to plant, and if you approach it again, remove garden plot. There we go. That is how you prepare the garden. However, what you will need is something to plant in the garden. You can find this in two ways. You can either find packets of seeds, in this case packed pumpkin seeds. See, it says unpack. We'll unpack those seeds, see how many we get. Get ourselves 7 pieces of pumpkin seeds. We then approach, and see it says plant. We'll do one there. We'll do one there. One there. There's 3. We'll save the rest. Or, if you're fortunate, you'll find a piece of fruit, or vegetable, I should say, which is a tomato. If you find a sharp object, like an axe or a knife, and you hold combine, you'll see it says there, cut out seeds. So we hold that, we can cut out the seeds. And we find ourselves with, hopefully, what we got there? 4 tomato seeds. So, let's go. 1, 2, 3. And that's our tomato seeds. Now then, that's all well and good, but what we also need is water. Now, if you go over to here, with your water in your hand, it says R2, hold to water. Let's water our seeds. There we go. Water our seeds. Carry on watering. And finally... Oh, that one's out. Got another one. Right, so 1 bottle of water to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seed plots. And you will see now that depending on the plant, it has a different kind of stake in it that tells you it's growing. And I will watch the time. It's a lovely sunny day, and I will tell you when we have some plants to do something with. We'll see you soon. Well, after 30 minutes, you can see that I have some lovely tomato plants. And if I approach here, you should see that it says gather tomatoes, hold, gather tomatoes, your tomatoes disappear. And I get some lovely tomatoes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lovely fresh tomatoes in my hands that are lovely and juicy that I can eat. Yeah, that's some tomatoes sitting on the ground, which is jolly good. If you leave them too long, and I've left these only slightly too long, I end up with bad tomatoes. It says here, tall tomato plant, but I have no tomatoes to harvest. I pull it out, it just destroys the plant. Plant material. Simplest of fertilizer. If you pick up the plant material, you can use that to fertilize your soil. This is a growing potato plant. So we'll give that some fertilization, see what happens. You see that we fertilized that pumpkin. Anybody else? These tomatoes went pretty well. Fertilize this guy. Still got some more fertilizer. Fertilize this guy. And that's it. We'll wait on the pumpkins. And we'll wait on the potato. We'll talk about potato in a minute. Well, and here we are again with some pumpkins. So each of these pumpkin plants gave me 2 lovely great big pumpkins, which I now have in my hands. You can't eat them just as they are. It's just because, you know, they're big, but you can prepare them with your knife, hatchet, axe, whatever it is that you are carrying about your person, and you'll see you'll get them some seeds, and you'll get some pumpkin slices, which then you can eat raw. If that's your thing. Anyway, food is food, right? Surviving the apocalypse. Bear Grylls here. There we go. Pumpkin slices. Got lots of pumpkins. The potatoes are still going. I imagine that, like pumpkins, the potato plant will go from this vibrant green to a slightly spoiled green or overly ripe color. I will let you know when that is. Tomatoes, roughly 30 minutes. Pumpkins, roughly an hour. Tomatoes, see how we go. That's 30 minutes real time, not 30 minutes game time. Obviously, I planted them in the evening. We've been through the night, and we are now back into the following day. So it takes a little bit of a while, a little bit of an investment. But, you know, the amount of food you get, is it worth it? I guess it's up to you. Well, team, it's been the better part of an hour and a half in real world time since I planted this potato. We have been through a whole night. We have come through a good deal of the day. So I'm going to pull it now, and we're going to see what we get. Come here, potato. There we go. We got 3 potatoes. The beauty of potatoes, obviously, is that you can replant potatoes. So I can just plant it back in the ground again. And I have some water. And I can give it a little water. Put that in my hand. We have some plant material. We can fertilize. And we can let that grow. And we'll take a couple of potatoes into our inventory. Marvelous. We'll talk about potatoes separately. But that, my friends, is just about everything you need to know about gardening. There is one little wrinkle to that, which is the use of gardening lime, which you'll see around the place. And I'll talk about that separately when I talk about all the uses of lime. So there you go. Gardening. Who knew?
PlayStation